Good morning, students. Have a nice day. Okay, look here. In the last class, we have discussed the first part of the chapter What Lies Beneath. This is about an archaeologist. We have discussed in the first part about the character about an archaeologist who had to wish, or his ambition, or his favorite thing in his childhood become an artist, but he get a chance and he get a mood, an interest, isn't it, to in this archaeology. And they're digging in the place, which place, that place who had this situated as a merchant or market. Then they found a house. Near of the house, the merchant in the house 700 years ago. Then they found the key of the house under the mat, isn't it? Likewise, we have discussed in this last class. Then rest of the chapter we are going to discuss in this class. Look here, page number 79. In some ancient cultures, it was considered important to preserve a body of afterlife. This was done by bandaging the body with different kinds of mixtures and chemicals. Ancient life, or the old days age, they have a system to preserve the body of important persons. How? They put mixtures, chemicals on the bodies. To why they are putting these kinds of chemicals on the body? Why, in order to decay this body. Like Pharaoh, the bandaged body was called mummy. These kinds of bandaged body, chemicals putting and preserving this body, that is called mummy. It was an expensive process, so only bodies of important and wealthy people were mummified. The mummies were buried in pyramids along with other valuable items. This is very expensive. Which one? Preparing or preserving body like in the mummy, that is very expensive. So each and all bodies will not be do like this. Only which body they will do? Only which body? Only important bodies. Then this mummy kept in the pyramid with valuable items. Let us read a magazine article about an excavation in Peru, South America. Then we are going to describe an article of mummy. Mystery of tattooed mummy. In an underground chamber deep inside an ancient pyramid in Peru, mummy lay hidden in gold-filled tomb for nearly 160 years. This is in Peru, in cemetery. There, the archaeologists found 1,600 years old mummy. That was the gold-filled tomb. Tomb means grave. Grave. Cover something, cover like. When an archaeologist noticed rectangular patches of soft clay in the pyramid's floor, a telltale sign, his heartbeat quickened. He suspected that someone powerful would be buried here. Archaeologists found something there, soft clay and patches. And something very, very which one? He got a quick heartbeat because he is surprised. Do you know? He surprised when he saw something in this grave. So he thought that something like powerful would be buried here. Buried means in this cover or in this grave, something powerful yet, and something some of important persons like that. The archaeologist was standing in a sacred location, a courtyard near the peak of the biggest pyramid at El Brujo, Peru, a ceremonial site of the ancient Moors people, the civilization's rulers who controlled the north coast of Peru from AD 100 to 800, probably reserving this spot for a king or a Greek warrior. What valuable treasures would lie inside this leader's tomb, thought the archaeologist. This is the biggest pyramid at El Brujo in Peru. Then archaeologist says that this location is used for the important persons, because here ruled by the king AD 100 to 800. So this site is used to take grave of important persons only. So he thought that, or archaeologist says that, so in this grave, in this tomb, some of the important persons have buried. Finally, after weeks of careful digging, the scientists peered through the ancient dust. In front of them lay one of the world's largest and best preserved mummies. They take an effort, week, for digging this grave. Then finally they found some ancient clays and something in this grave. As they unwrapped the bundle, leaves, hundreds of treasures were revealed, including gold nose ring and necklaces. Rings, necklaces, and ancient things they have found in this, from this grave. Okay, take page number 80. Okay, something more than things they have found from it. Sparkling crowns, huge war clubs, and spear throwers, usually reserved for the most greatest warriors. Then something important items they have found in this grave. So they understood that this is not a normal one. This is some powerful one. Some important person have buried in this grave. But when archaeologists lifted a gold balls and the cloth covering the mummy's face, they found the biggest surprise yet. But they found a gold ball and cloth covered in the face. They removed it. So they are surprised yet. They get a biggest surprise yet. What is that? The mummy was not a king or male warrior. It was a young Moach woman, and she was covered in a mysterious tattoos. What is this? When they look in the face, it is not a ruler, it is not a king, it is not a male warrior, it is a match woman. Young match woman. She was covered in a mysterious tattoos. Tattoos means one sort of instrument. Warrior means knight, knight. Then, until now, research had shown that only men ruled Moach society, a warrior culture. But until now, research had shown that only men ruled Moach society, a warrior culture. They researched. The archaeologists had researched about this location, about this nation, but they could not get any information, they could not get any piece of history which women had not ruled. Women had not ruled in this place, only men. And here the warriors also the men. Then how happened this? This is a woman. What happened here? Then where did this 20 something woman fit in? Was she a queen, a high priestess, a warrior princess? Archaeologists thinking about this mummy. It's a queen, it's a priestess, it's a princess. What kinds of woman is here? One thing's for sure, this much VIP. But who was she? They don't know. One thing they know, that she is a VIP. Would have received a star treatment. VIP because she got star treatment, means this they put their body in mummy. Those expensive ones, expensive deeds only used for the important persons. So this is VIP. They archaeologists know. But who was she? Archaeologists did not. When visiting her pupils, servants would have carried her high above the crowds on a litter, a special platform reserved for only the most elite figures. Anthropologist John Verano says her gold objects would have shimmered so brightly you could have seen them from miles away. Archaeologist says that when the pupil, when the servants, whatever may be visiting her, they are gifted, they are giving some sort of gift. What gift? Crowd on a litter. What is a litter, A kind of chair or bed that was used to carry people in the past. Like that. In the picture, you look in the picture, you can understand what is litter. Then anthropologist who John Verano says her gold objects would have shimmered so brightly. Her body is shimmering so bright, very beautiful. So we could see them from miles away. From miles away, we are looking for to this body. We can understand, or we can get an idea why the gold objects would have shimmer. That like very beautiful. They are covered like that, isn't it? So in this class we can wind up here. In this class we have discussed about a mummy. Do you know a mummy? So in this class we have discussed a mummy in Peru. Archaeologists have found a mummy from Peru, the pyramid. That was a woman. Who was she? They don't know. But she was VIP, they know. Then the remaining parts we are discussing about it. Okay. Today our class we are going to wind up here. You should read. I will inform what kinds of homework do you want to do. You should do and send me. Okay. I hope you all get me, isn't it? Yes. So we can wind up the class. Okay, thank you.